It's so frustrating. But yeah, that's because when you're if your brain channel goes along that line,
come through, lovely.
that creates melatonin. If you that line of brain function.
Oh, yeah, go for it. There you go. I love all these chats. This is good. Nice to have nice chat on a Saturday morning. Take this off now. The weather's beautiful, so we've got a good weekend ahead, which is awesome. And then you can start your Saturday with a little bit of yoga torture. It's going to be great. So, no, it'll be good. So, today I'm going to focus on patience, a virtue, which is really important during this Christmas period because you're going to be spending time with family and friends, and it's a time for some people that brings up a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's probably the easiest, and arguments, things like that. So sometimes having patience is really important during these times. And also during yoga, because we're going out, eating a lot of food with friends. We're probably not working out as much as what we were. So some of these poses are going to be challenging, and I want you to have patience with yourself. And I'd like you to just take it easy and I'm going to give you options. So normally in the more advanced poses, I'll give 3 options, and you can take the first option, the second option, or you can try the last option if you would like. So we'll start today lying down. So if you come onto your backs and close your eyes, you're welcome to TP the knees together and have the feet on the floor, or just lying in Shavasana, or if you like butterfly pose, you can place the feet together and knees apart for some hip openers early on. So in yoga, the term Abhyasa is patience and repetition and practice. And this is what we'll be playing with today. We'll start the class with some breath work, and how we're going to do this is we'll do 20 really big inhales, so fill in as much as you can, and full exhales through the nose. And at the end, the last inhale, we're going to hold at the top of the breath for as long as we can. And when you exhale, we'll hold as long as you can on the breath out. So we'll start together, taking 20 breaths, and I'll count. So inhaling through the nose. And exhale. I'm going to try and get all of the air out. Inhale. And following your own breath, and I'll tell you when to stop. You might feel a little dizzy when you start. And just be gentle with yourself, and just know that everything is okay. If it doesn't feel good, you can slow the breath or not take as deep breaths. If you like that feeling, you can continue. Trying to inhale to the full expression of the lungs and exhale everything out. We'll go to 15 just for the first, and then at the end of the class we'll do 20. So keep going. Five more. Last big breath in. Everything you can, inhale to the top of the lungs and hold the breath. And feel that electricity in the body, maybe some tingling. And retain that breath for as long as you can. And when it is enough, exhale fully. Let everything be soft and hold for as long as you can. And just observe the body and how it feels. And just return to natural breath when you feel that you're at your edge and that is done for you today. When you're done, just place your hands at prayer at the center of your chest so they know that you're finished. Great. And we will start the class with some abdominal movements. So when you're ready, maybe moving your legs from side to side. If you are in your Supta Baddha Konasana, so just side to side. Bringing yourself back into your body. And I hope you enjoyed. That's one of my favorite breath work. I find it really amazing feeling. So I hope you enjoyed it. We'll bring the shins up parallel to the floor. So we're going to start with some crunches. Flex the feet. Make sure that lower back is flush with the floor. So you might need to move a little bit. Interlace hands behind neck and head. Elbows towards the roof. Take a breath in. Come up. And exhale, both elbows to left knee straight and right leg. So we're just going to 90 degrees in that top leg. And you want that left shoulder to come up off the floor. Inhale back to center, stay up. Exhale, both elbows to right knee straight and left leg. Those who did Pilates, I am sorry. Try and lift that right shoulder up. So if you're just resting, try and lift it. Inhale back to center. Exhale, both elbows to left knee straight and right leg. Inhale back. Exhale, other side. Taking it slow, lift that shoulder blade. Mine is really dipping down. Inhale to center, hold the weight of the head so the neck is not stressed. Exhale, both elbows to left knee, straighten right leg. Inhale to center, take a little rest down. We're going to do that, but fast. We've got 10 fast crunches, and then we're going to really slow it down. So hands behind neck and head, come up. Let's do 10. So starting to the right, to the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to center, slow. Both elbows to right knee, straighten left leg. Reach the left hand over, reach, lift right shoulder up. Hands come back. Inhale to center. Exhale to other side. Reach over, lift left shoulder up. Hands back behind the head. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Reach and lift. Oh my God, Russell, are you feeling this? Yeah. Hands behind neck and head to center. Exhale, both elbows to left knee. Reach over, lift left shoulder. If you haven't come to Pilates, you have to come. It's really, come back to center. Exhale, one more each side. Cross the arm over, lift the shoulder up. Keep breathing. Back to center, breath in. Exhale to the other side. Emily, I know what you mean now. Lift your left shoulder up. Inhale back to center and lower down. Gently bring the feet down and windscreen wipe the legs from side to side. Yeah, I can feel it. Little rock and roll forward and back. And if you don't like rocks and rolls, you can just come and meet me in tabletop. We'll have some cat-cows to start. So inhale, belly drops, gaze up. So that should really stretch out that core that you've just worked. And exhale, push away. Gaze towards the knees or between the knees. Take one more in your own pace. Exhale, push that floor away. So now come back to neutral spine. We're going to stack the wrists and the shoulders and step back into a plank. So with this one, you have a couple of options. If your wrists are really sore, you can come down onto your elbows at any point. All right. So we're going to raise the right foot up. Russell, I'm sorry. And tap the knee down onto the floor. Taking it back up, lower it down. At any point, if you want to make this easy, you just keep the feet on the floor and tap the knee with the foot on the floor. So left foot up or on the floor to make it easier. Tap the knee down. The whole body does not move, just the knee. Up and back. The core is stable. That's what the challenge is. Lift the right foot, tap the knee down. The whole body is stable. Nothing switches or moves. Take it back, lower it down. Left lifts. Tap it to the floor. Everything is strong and stable. No twisting. Come back and lower. One more each side. Lift the right, tap the knee, take it back, lower down. Left, up, tap, everything stable, no twisting. Take it back, control, lower. Option for a little rest or stay where you are. Next level, raise the right foot, tap the knee, take it back, elbow to knee to elbow. Take it back, lower down, left foot up, tap the knee, take it back, elbow and knee touch. Exhale, take it back, lower down. Come onto your elbows if it's too much for the wrists, okay? Lift the right knee, take it down, take it back, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale back. Last one each side, so left up, you got this. Tap, take a rest whenever you need. Lift it up and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale back. Can you do one more? Let's go. Right foot up, tap the knee, come onto your elbows, it actually helps your wrists. Exhale, knee to elbow, inhale back, tap down. Last one, left up, tap the knee, lift up behind you, exhale, knee to elbow. Take it back and rest. Come down, child's pose. You can thank Ashley for that one. She's our new Pilates teacher. And relax. Taking a few breaths. Why that's a really great movement is that your whole core from your hips to your, some people think of the core, the abs, and the shoulders have to be stable as you move the legs, which is super important in a lot of movements in life. Gently push up onto your hands and knees again. We'll come back into tabletop position. We're going to stretch back the right leg. So we'll be activating the glutes. So with this one, what's really common is coming into a back bend. I'd like you to bring your ribs in and tilt the pelvis. And little pulses, we'll do 15. So flex the toe, just very small so you can feel your glute engage. Look between your hands so the neck is nice and neutral. Check if your ribs are flaring. If they are, tilt tailbone and pull the ribs in. Little tiny pulses. If you smile, it hurts less. And hold it on the last one. Hold it up. Point the toe. And we're going to bring that foot down out towards the right-hand side. Touch the floor. Really slow. The whole body stays still. Bringing it up. Just the glutes working here. Over towards the right. So keeping the entire body stable. So opposite. So bringing it over to the right with control. Up to the center. And back to the left. So there's no twisting of the torso or the body. It's literally just the glutes moving the leg. Take it slow. It's harder if you take it gentle. One more each side. So out to the right, over to the left. Looking good, guys. Back to center, hold it. Little circles with the foot. So going out and in. We'll do 5. 2, take it slow. 3, point through the foot. 4, and 5, other way. So going in and out. 2, 3. Get rid of that back bend. You're looking really good, Anna, like that. Last one, then lower the knee down. Little child's pose if you need to just stretch out through the back body and also the booty. So we're using a lot of activation of core and glutes before we get into the traditional yoga movements. Gently pushing back up, let's do the other side. So again, if this is really common, it feels actually quite natural to think like this. I want you to protract through shoulders, bring the ribs in and tilt the tailbone. Lift the left foot up, flex the foot. So here we go. Straighten it, sorry, my bad. So let's go for 15. So 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing. Flex that back foot. Activate those glutes. Get rid of that back bend if you feel it. Now we do this to protect our lower back and we do it to isolate the glute muscle. So that is what's working. Keep your hips even. If they're opening to the side of the room, even them out. So the glute is working. No twisting. Hold at the top of this last one. Now point the toe. And we're going to take the foot out towards the left, touch the floor just gently, lift it up with control over to the other side. So the hips don't twist, the body doesn't move, everything is still. Isolated glute work, take it slow, It is hard when you're doing it right. Just keep looking between the hands. This will keep the neck nice and long. Keep breathing. Take a break whenever you need to. If it's too much, just come into a child's pose. Let's do one more on each side. So out to the left, and then over to the right, back to center, little circles, 5 each side. So we're going to do out and then in, pointing through the toe. Keep that whole body still. Yeah, beautiful. Just those little circles. 3, 2, and 1. Change direction, so in and out. Protract through shoulders if you're feeling yourself sink. 2, 1. Let it drop, child's pose. Take a break. If you need a little wrist stretch, you can take this opportunity to come up and stretch out through the wrist if that's what you feel you need more than child's pose. Or have a little play when you're in your child's pose. That's a good one, Russ. And join the hands together and give them a little movement rotation around like this. Feels really nice if your wrists are a little sore. What do you think my next pose is? Devil. Almost, no. Yes, you get a gold star. So dolphin. So we're doing funky dolphin. You can take options. This is a really good one because I love dolphin because it also gets flexibility through the thoracic spine, which is quite hard. And I'm really locked up through there as well. So this is a great one for that. So coming down, grab your elbows, hands are out straight. If you do have a shoulder injury, binding the hands together actually is quite good and it gives it a little bit more support if you need, okay? So coming up, straighten the legs. Now they don't need to be dead straight, you can have a bend. And look down towards your toes. Walk your feet in a little more. So we're going to take that pressure or the weight into the arms. Imagine that you're pushing into the floor but squeezing your elbows together at the same time. Now option to stay here, or if you want to come into funky dolphin or flash prep, what it's called in forest, the left hand is going to come back and slide back behind you so that the wrist and the shoulder are in line. And what this does is it gives an uneven balance with the shoulder. So you can have a little play, see how that feels. The next level is the same leg, so the right leg can rise up. Just to see if you can protract, try not to let that head touch the floor. Keep looking towards your foot. Control through those shoulders. We'll have another few breaths. Relax the neck even more. Push up against that floor. Last breath. And exhale, lower the leg. Come into child's pose, take a break. Really strong poses that are long holds. So you might feel like it's quite intense, so take a break as you need it. Let's come up onto the other side. So pushing back up into tabletop and then come down onto your elbows. Option to bind the hands. Can be great for shoulder injuries or otherwise hands spread wide. Raise the legs up. Walk the feet towards your torso and then come up onto the tippy fingers of one hand and take it back behind you so that your elbow and your wrist are stacked. Gaze between your legs. Bend your knees as much as you need to. That feels good. Protract through that front shoulder so your head is not touching the floor. Push through your back shoulder as well so they're both working. Option to raise that left leg up to make it more of a challenge. Taking more of that weight. And stay for a couple of breaths. Come into child's pose at any point when it feels too much. Last 2 breaths. And gently come down when you're ready. So with this one, when you do come up, I'll just change sides so you can see it for next time. Make sure that when you come up that they're stacked so that the shoulder's not out to the side or anything. It's always stacked over the joints. Otherwise, you can cause problems in the joints if it's out to the side. We'll come into down dog when you're ready. So hands forward and push through the legs. Coming into your first downward facing dog and pedaling out the legs. Taking some breaths. Moving maybe through pedaling the knees. Maybe make them really big, so a big bend in one knee and then pushing through the other leg. To really feel through those hamstrings. Other side, pushing through that left knee, bend through the right. When you're ready, look between your hands and take little steps or jump between the hands. Inhale to flat back. So I like to put my hands on my shin and reach forward through the head. Exhale to fold. Bend through the knees as much as you need to. And then gently roll up. So we bend through the knees to use the glutes as we extend the hips. Hands come up through heart center, breath in. Reach tall. Clasp the hands together, side bends. So the hips go over to the left as you reach over to the right. So the more that you swing your hips, the more you'll come into this half moon pose. This is a Bikram move, half moon. Hold for a couple of breaths. You want that top shoulder to be opening towards the roof and not closing. Inhale back to center. Reach tall as much as you can. Squeeze through the glutes, tilt tailbone, ribs in. Hips over towards the right and reach over towards the left. So there's barely any space between your ears and your shoulders. Yeah, really strong. Last breath. Inhale to come up. That's a really strong move. We're going to do it again. If the hold is too long, just come out because it can be quite full on when you first start. So reach tall. Feet are shoulder width apart or hip width apart, whatever feels better for you. Hips over towards the left and go over to the right. Looks really good. Chin is towards chest. Beautiful. Last breath. Inhale, come up. Reach tall. Exhale to the other side. So if you feel any pain here, please come out. It should feel like a stretching sensation, but no jarring. Inhale, come back to center. Reach tall, hands to heart. Take a breath, maybe feel that heartbeat. Close the eyes and check in with yourself. Bikram, Baron Baptiste, who started power yoga, which is normally the practice we do here, he said that changing your body and your mind through yoga gives you the power to also change your life. So through our practice of yoga and the physicality of yoga, it shows us that we have the power to change anything we want to. Inhale, hands up to the sky, breath in, and exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor, option to step or to jump back. We move through a chaturanga now, so option to have the knees on the floor or come down in a full plank. So like a tricep push-up, the triceps brush along the side of the body. Inhale to upward facing dog, take it slow, it's actually a lot harder. And exhale into downward facing dog. So down dog is actually a neutralizer for the spine because it's nice and straight. So if you're finding you're rounding through the back, just bend your knees a little bit and put your weight into your legs a bit more. Look between the hands, option to step or jump forward. Sweep hands behind you, breath in, exhale, come into chair. So if you have any knee padding or anything, you're welcome to pop it behind you for the next section because we will be placing the knees on the floor. So I recommend it to protect the knee. Exhale, hands down. Step back with the right leg. Lower the right knee to the floor and inhale to come up. So with this movement, we actually sink the hips down. This is a back bend and also stretching through the front hip flexors. You see the ribs are flared and the back is bending. Dragon fingers, so we claw the air, exhale through the nose. Almost like you're dragging the air down. You're pinching between the shoulder blades. Hands come down to the floor, untuck back toe, step back into a plank and flow from high to low plank. Option, bring the knees to the floor. Inhale to up dog, roll shoulders back, squeeze the glutes, and exhale down dog. Right leg step forward, left knee down, rise up. Coming into a deep lunge, hips sink forward to come into that back bend. Now, there shouldn't be any pain in the knee. If there is, just come into a crescent lunge. Claw the fingers, pull down from the sky, create your own tension, squeeze those shoulders together. Hands come down to the floor, untuck the back toe, step forward, fold over the thighs, breath out. Inhale, hands behind you, sweep, and exhale, come into chair. Tilt tailbone, ribs in. Exhale, fold. Step back with the left leg, lower left knee, rise up into low lunge. Claw with the fingers, pull the air down, breath out through the nose. Maybe reach behind you if you know your knee is happy, and gently pull the foot in. That's just if you know that your quads are happy and your knee, just an option. Gently let it go behind you. Don't let it fly back. Hands to the floor. Untuck the toe. Step back and flow. Vinyasa, high to low plank. Breath in, up dog. Breath out, down dog. Pedal through legs. Breath in. Exhale, step left foot forward. Drop the right knee. Inhale to come up. Claw with the fingers. Pull the air down. Maybe reach behind you. Grab the back foot. Gently pull it in. So we're also flaring. If you have pain in your back, please don't do this one. Gently release the back foot. Untuck the back toe. Step back into plank. Vinyasa, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look between the hands, step or jump forward. Sweep hands behind you. Come up into chair. Tilt tailbone, ribs in. Exhale, hands down. Step back, right leg, lower right knee. Rise up, crescent lunge or low lunge. Claw the air, breath out through the nose. Maybe reach behind you, grab back foot. Exhale, gently lower down. Untuck the back knee. Step back into plank and flow, high to low. I'm going to headbutt you soon, Russell, I swear. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. It's your technique. Step the right foot forward, lower the left knee. Inhale to come up, low lunge. Exhale, claw through the hands, breath out through the nose. Reach behind you, grab the back leg, pull it in gently. Exhale, gently lower the foot, untuck the toe, and step back to flow. Always fine to lower the knees. I actually think it's really good to lower the knees in chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Roll shoulders open. Exhale, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. This is your option to take a little child's pose or a drink if you would like. Otherwise, you can stay in your downward facing dog, breathing. If you're in your downward facing dog, I like to imagine my hands almost like a little gecko, so you're able to grab the mat a little bit with your fingers, and it's almost it's an external rotation, as if you had two little jam jars and you're externally rotating them to the side of the room while the hand isn't moving. Quite technical, but that's the sensation of the feeling. When you're ready, inhale right leg up and exhale knee to nose. Inhale to rise. Exhale knee to left elbow, maybe left upper arm. Inhale to rise. Exhale knee to right upper arm. Option for scissors if you have it. And when you're done, come back up to three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips, stack the joints. Option for flip dog if it's in your practice. So if you flip over onto your back, knees are stacked over your ankles, reaching over your head. If you have wild thing in your practice, you're also welcome to do that. Exhale, come back into three-legged dog. Step forward between the hands, coming into low lunge. Tickle the fingers onto the mat so you're rising up. Push through your front heel and your back heel towards the back of the room. Strong through the legs, we slowly come up. So it's much harder if you take it slow rather than using momentum. We're gently tilting the hips, rising up. Exhale into arrowhead. So sweep hands behind you. And with this one, try not to rest on your front quad. Tilt your tailbone to get rid of that back bend and bring the ribs in so you're nice and strong. Option, if you want to take this a little further, bind the hands into pistol grip, reach forward. Come deep into that front knee to ensure that front quad is really working if you're not feeling it. I think most of you will be feeling it. One more breath. And exhale to come up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. So we open the hips. Find your alignment, and you might need to shift your feet a little. The front heel in lines with the instep of the back foot. Come deep into the legs. I like to lift the toes on my front foot to activate through the legs a little more. Exhale, extended side angle. So resting gently on the quad, reaching up or over the head if you want a little side bend. Bringing that top bottom hand to the floor will bring you more into flexibility. If you can raise the hand just off the floor to hover, you'll start to get more into your core. If you gently open that bottom knee, so gently push your elbow into that knee to open through the hips, you'll feel even more of a hip opener here too. Half moon, look in front of your foot, place your hand there, take a little step forward with your back foot and come up into your half moon, balance. I know it's challenging, you can do it. Oh, look at you guys, you're doing great. Flex your back foot. Maybe lift up your bottom hand to come more into strength through your core. Find your drishti or your focus. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, hands to floor. Fold over the legs. Ragdoll, grab the elbows. And rock from side to side. I love you, Anna. She's like you. Yeah, it's true. You guys are really good at half moon now. All the balances. When you're ready, stepping back into a downward facing dog. How you doing, Craig? First class back for a while? Pedaling through the legs. No, everyone was so late today. I'm like, I'm sure there's some hungover people. Step pedaling from side to side. Inhale, when you're ready, the left leg rises up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to rise. Exhale, knee to right elbow or right upper arm is extra bonus points. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, left knee to left elbow or upper arm. Option for scissors. If you don't know what scissors is, it's bending through the elbows and coming into a little arm balance. Come back into three-legged dog when you're ready. Bend the knee, open the hip. So we're taking that knee up towards the roof, bringing that left foot towards the glutes. Keep your shoulders even though, rather than twisting. Option to come into your revolved version, so coming into your back bend, reaching over the top of the head. Wild thing is an option if you have that in your practice. Hips to the roof, extend. Last breath. Exhale, hands come back down. Three-legged dog, breath out. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, step between hands. Come into low lunge. Just set up the feet so you're on train tracks. Push through your front heel into the mat. Drag it a little bit towards you. Then push through your back heel to extend through the back leg. Tickle the mat. Slowly rise up. Take it slow. Tilt tailbone, gently rise. Hands up into crescent lunge. Deep breathing. Exhale, arrowhead. So sweep hands behind you, coming into that front leg. Coming off, resting that front thigh if you are. Chin to chest, nice long neck. Option to extend through your arrowhead. So pistol grip, reach forward. Come deeper into the legs. Tilt tailbone, ribs in, come out of that back bend. Last breath, rise up, crescent lunge. I know. And exhale, warrior two. So shift your legs if you need. A lot of bent front quad work today. Going through that front middle finger. What really changed this pose to me is push down through the blade edge of that black foot to externally rotate the thigh out. It's a really subtle sensation, but once you get it, you really feel this opening through the side leg. Exhale, come down and just gently rest your elbow on your thigh. For option one, reach up. Option two, reach over the head. Maybe bring the hand to the floor, or to challenge yourself, raise the hand and hover it. Wherever you are, pushing that left hand into left knee so that it's going out towards the pinky toe and not dumping in towards big toe. Push down through the blade edge of that back foot. Keep breathing. Half moon. Bring the hand down, look in front of you, walk that back foot in a little bit, and then step forward. I'm going to headbutt you again. And come up into your half moon. So with half moon, you flex the back toe, so the toes go towards the shin. Lift the leg up as high as you can so it's in line with your head. Extra challenge, you can lift that bottom supporting hand. If you fall out, just come back in. You're doing awesome. Last breath. Exhale, fold over the thighs, ragdoll. Grab those elbows. And a gentle rock from side to side. Well done, guys. Now, if you do need a little child's pose or a drink, you can take that option now. I've got to put my watch on when I'm doing yoga. We're coming into the fun part. You ready? Thanks, Emily, for Bikram poses. Thanks, Emily. Sweep hands behind you and your feet are under your hips. Come up into chair. So generally in chair, we would have the feet close together, but in this one, we're going to have the feet about hip width apart. Bring the hands out in front of you so palms are facing down. Come as low as you can so your quads are in line with the floor. The knees and the feet are in line, so they're nice and straight and strong. You should be able to see your toes. So if you can't see your toes, get back a little more. Rib cage in. We're not coming into a back bend. It's tilted and ribs in. Now to make this extra challenge, come up onto your tippy toes and come lower. Keep breathing. Find that drishti or that point of focus that isn't moving. Yeah, smack me. Russell's in like good smacking distance. Now option to come a little lower. Keep breathing. Thanks, Emily. And if you're shaking, that's good. Lower the heels, fold forward, breath out. Sweep hands behind you, breath in. Exhale, chair. Normal chair though. Coming into eagle pose, we bring the right leg over the left and the right arm under. So squeezing those elbows together will create tension. So you're creating your own weight. Your back should be nice and straight. So rather than coming forward, which is, you can do that too, it's just a different pose. Whoops. And just come a little deeper into the legs. Bring the elbows up off the chest towards me. You can have the foot resting on the floor if you need. Some days our balance is better than others. Last breath. Inhale, come up into stag. I always feel like I'm doing a ninja kick. So the next option is grabbing onto your shin. You can stay here or you can extend the leg out and hold your leg. If you can interlace your fingers around your foot and extend it, you can do that as well. And then we're going to bring the elbows out to the side and gently pull ourselves towards our shin. So if you're doing the version grabbing the leg, you would just be grabbing your calf and gently pulling yourself forward. Now this is like a forward fold but standing up. So you're adding that extra difficulty of balance. Hold for another breath. Elbows out to the side of the room and the chest is trying to rest on the quad. Last breath. Gently lower in. Sweep behind you into warrior three with bound pistol grip hands. Flex the back toe. No space between the ears and the shoulders. Reach really strong through the tops of the fingers. This is a Bikram pose and not a power yoga pose. Squeeze the glutes, chin to chest. Reach through front fingers, reach through front back heel. Squeeze the glutes. One more breath. And exhale, come back to center. Bring the knee in, but don't lower it. Hover, dancer's pose. So reach behind you to grab the instep of the back foot. Knees are together. With Bikram, you don't come into a back bend. Your hips stay even to the floor. So it's more like a splits, standing splits, which I don't get there and most people won't. We're going to reach that top hand up. The palm is facing down for Bikram. And then you start to tilt forward with the hips. So hips don't twist. They're straight. Coming down, reaching forward and gazing towards that front finger. Keep kicking up. Hips do not twist. There is no back bend until your legs open. Keep reaching. Kick a little further. And exhale, slowly come back in.
Isn't that great, guys?
Slowly lower the legs, hands to heart, take a breath. She's like, yeah. Feel the hands on your heart. I like to push my hands onto the center of my chest. You can feel your heart beating. We just take a moment to take that heart rate down. Gently bend through the thighs and fold forward. Inhale, sweep hands behind you. Exhale, come up into chair. Tilt tailbone, ribs in. Eagle pose, left leg over the top of the right and left arm under. Elbows up off the chest, bring them towards me. Straighten through the back, lower, deepen through the knees, squeeze the knees tight. Foot can be out to the side or touching the floor. Come a little deeper. Find your drishti or your point of focus. One more breath. This side is much easier for some reason. And inhale, come up into stag. There's generally one side that feels easier. So with this next one, coming down, option to grab onto the shin and come from here, or extend through the leg and grab the back of the leg, or interlace fingers around the foot. And then from here, we pull ourselves towards our standing leg, elbows out to the side, and the eventual goal is to get the chin on the thigh. So if you're doing it with the leg, I'd actually bind the fingers around the calf and do it that way, rather than grabbing just, if you bind it, it makes it a bit more traction. Last breath, let's hold. And come up. Sweep leg behind you, staff pose, they call it. Reach forward, warrior three, extended hands. So the fingers are in pistol grip because it gives you that ability to be really strong and push towards the front of the room. Flex your back foot, strong through the legs, chin to chest. If your back starts to hurt, come back into aeroplane pose. It's less pressure on the back. Last breath. And gently start to come up. Keep hovering that left leg. Don't let it drop down. Bring the knees together. Dancer's pose. So left hand on the inside of the left leg. Oh my God, my balance is off today. Reach that right hand up. So the palms facing down for this one. We kick back first. Hips don't twist. So imagine that your hip bones are facing the mat and your belly button is facing the mat straight. A little different to a power yoga pose. So you're reaching forward and kicking that back leg up as far as you can. Belly button shining to floor, hips are even. Whoop. Last breath. And exhale, coming back up when you're ready. And lowering the leg, hands to heart. Take a breath. Close the eyes. Inhale, hands up to sky, breath in. And exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor. Step or jump back into high plank. Lower the knees if you need to. Come through a chaturanga, high to low. Breath in to come up. And breath out, downward facing dog. Look between the hands and gently bring the knees between the hands. Coming into camel pose and then half hero or full hero pose. So circling the mat a couple of times. I do this just to really pad up the knee. So you're welcome to do that or not, but I like to look after my knees. Coming up onto the padding, flex the feet behind you. Place your thumbs into your sacrum and fingers wrap around the hips, elbows back, open the chest, tilt tailbone, reach tall. Now from here, we're going to start to back bend, but the chin stays in towards the chest so that we're not just cranking into the neck and it's actually a back bend. Squeeze the glutes a lot. They need to be really engaged. Hold for another few breaths. If it feels painful, please just gently help yourself up with your core and your hands coming back to center. Last breath. And coming up. Inhale. So second option, we're going to place the hands on the heels and go back into full camel. If that doesn't feel okay for you, just do the same thing again, all right? So fingers into sacrum, thumbs into sacrum, fingers around hips, elbows back. Squeeze the booty, which will extend the hip forward. Open the chest, lean back. Now, if it feels available, you can reach back and grab the heels, open the chest a little more, and if your neck is quite happy, you might be able to let the head fall back. And breathe. This should feel quite nice. If it doesn't, please just come back to the other version. I'll show you how to come out just so you know. Place your hands on your lower back first always to support your weight and slowly come back to center, using that core to pull you back. Sit between the heels, take a breath. Roll out that mat that's in front of you. And just take a moment, having that spine nice and neutral. Coming into hero's pose, if you do have a tweaky back or knees that are sensitive, I'm going to show you half hero first, which actually feels awesome, but the full hero's pose is a bit more aggressive. So half heroes, I'll do it this way. So the calf comes out to the side and you sit down, but one leg is straight out in front of you. And then we're going to come back and eventually you go onto your elbows and then come down the full way. So that's half hero. The full hero is both legs. To come out, place your hands on the floor, push into your elbows, and then walk your hands up to come back. So take the option. Knees or back injuries, do half hero. And I'll show everyone full hero for those of you who want to do it.
Is there a quarter hero?
Yes. There is. So if you do it, if you want a quarter hero, you just literally lean back to here or come onto your elbows and keep your chin in. Yeah? So you just... No, zero hero. No, you can just sit there. Yeah. So your knees are hip width apart for the full hero. Your calves, you just make some space. So you're sitting in between your feet. This is the full hero. And then place your hands on the backs of your feet. Bend your elbows and come down, chin to chest. This might be your edge, so you can stay here. If you feel like you have a little more, you can start to straighten the arms. Come down to the ground. If that still feels okay, grab your elbows and open them over your head. And this can be we've done a lot of back bends, so it could feel really good. But if it doesn't feel good, just come out to a previous version and always watch your knees in this one. If you feel any pain in the knee, please don't do this pose. Do half hero or a quarter hero that I showed before. And if you're doing half hero, I recommend you come up and do the other side. If you're doing the full hero, you can stay where you are. Keeping that breath deep. And practicing our patience here, because these poses do take a long time to open. And everybody's body is a little different. So just honor yourself. And if it doesn't feel good, please don't push yourself into a pose that your body isn't liking. Have 3 more breaths where you are. And at any point, if it's too much, please just come out. I'll show you how to come out in case you want to. The hands go onto the backs of the feet. You bend into the elbows, keep the chin to chest. Shimmy those elbows back and then push into the hands to straighten through the arms. And then coming up, we'll sit to the side when you're ready and bringing those legs out in front of you. You might need to be a bit gentle on the knees after that. You guys did pretty well in that hero's pose. It's a tough pose. Was everyone's knees okay? Yeah? Good. All right. We'll do 1 forward fold. So as usual, taking that padding out of the way. Reach tall through the hands. And then imagine someone's pulling you up and folding forward. So this is a forward fold after a deep back bend, so take it easy. This is in a Bikram style. He likes doing forward folds and back bends straight away, which for some people is good, some people not. So please, if it doesn't feel good, just don't go as deep. Gently walking the hands back. And we'll slowly come down to the floor. So you can bend your feet, open your chest, and we're going to come down vertebra by vertebra onto the ground. Open chest, chin to chest. We slowly come down, round through the back a little bit. It'll help you, and tilt your tailbone a lot. And this will help you really control and come down without having to lift your feet. Maybe. Still hard. All the way down. Take it as slow as you can. And feel every single vertebra as it touches the ground. Feels quite nice, like it's almost aligning the back. Bring the knees in. We'll come into a bridge pose. If you would like to come into wheel, you're welcome to. I'm going to do a normal bridge and then a second option, which can be wheel. So tickle the backs of your heels. Take a breath in and exhale to come up into bridge. Interlace hands behind you. Open through the chest. Push hips up towards the roof. Squeeze through the glutes and almost squeeze your legs together like there was a block between them so that you're not just dumping into your back, you're using your legs to hold your weight. Tilt tailbone towards the heels, pull those ribs in a little bit to activate through glutes. Gently come out, so upper back comes down first, then middle back and lower back last. Windscreen wipe the legs, so gently lower the knees to one side. Inhale to center, lower them to the other side. When you're ready, coming back to center, we'll come into our final back bend of the day, which is wheel. So lots of back bends today, which should give you a lot of energy. You're welcome to come into bridge, otherwise I'll cue wheel for those of you who want to come into it. So the hands are going towards your body, over your head. Your elbows are really tight towards the body, so you don't let them out towards the sides. They should be stacked over your wrists. And I prefer when you push up to come all the way up and not onto the crown of the head because it can compress the neck. So when you push up, you push through the feet and the hands at the same time to come up. You may need to just check that you have enough grip on your mat because that can be important. So maybe wet your blanket first or your towel. And with this one, you want to push into the heels and engage the glutes. And you can bend through the elbows to make it a little easier in your wheel. If you want to make it harder, like more of a back bend, you straighten your arms. And stay for a couple more breaths. At any point, if it's too much, if you want to come out, chin towards chest, bend through your elbows, your back of your head and then the back of your shoulders come to the floor, so not the top of your head, and then slowly come down vertebra at a time until your lower back is on the floor. Windscreen wipe the legs, so open from one side to the other. Well done. You've made it. Straighten through the left leg. We'll bring that right knee into chest. We'll come into a supine twist. So pull in the knee nice and tight and exhale over the top of the body, coming into your twist. If you want to deepen the twist, you can bind with that front foot and your left hand and reach it over the body to straighten the leg, which will deepen the twist and also get into your hamstring. Gently bend through the knee, come back to center. Straighten that leg and we'll do the other side. So the left knee comes in towards the chest, pull it in nice and tight. And exhale over the body, coming into that twist. And maybe straightening that top leg if you did it on the other side. Coming back to center when you're ready. Straightening both legs out. And taking any last poses you feel you need. So a happy baby is a really nice choice, or if you really feel like you missed out on your headstand or your handstand or your inversion, you can go for that now if you wish, shoulder stand. Otherwise, meeting us in Shavasana when you're ready, your final resting pose.
And now gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe licking the lips and gently moving the head from side to side. If it feels good, reaching the hands up over the head, just being mindful of people's feet that might be there and reach through bottoms of toes. And when you're ready, coming in to bring your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a big hug. You can have a little rock from side to side, which might feel really nice on your sacrum, on your lower back. And when you're feeling ready, rolling onto your favorite side and keeping your eyes closed. Gently helping yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Hands can be resting on your thighs, eyes closed, and shoulders relaxing down your back. So honoring the Abhyasa, which is the patience of your practice, of the repetition, that brings us into this awesome idea of non-reaction, which is something that I really like about my yoga journey, is the ability to try and find the space between a stimulus and a response. Because in that space, we can choose our response. So through patience, compassion, and abhyasa, we can try to find the space when we have those challenging times over this holiday period with maybe family or even yourself, and trying to find that space to choose that reaction so you can be the best version of yourself, for yourself and for others. Bring your hands to your forehead. Namaste. Thank you so much for your wonderful energy. I hope you enjoyed the class, and it's a great way to start your Saturday. Thanks, guys. There's not much time left before the end of the year. So those of you who are members, we've paused the memberships we're charging just less. So this month you'll see less come out of your account. So it's normally, depending on what you're paying, it'll only be paying for the 2 weeks. So and then next year, we start again, I think it's Monday the 4th. So the Monday after the New Year break. Thanks, guys. It's going to be hot today, isn't it? It's going to be 28 or something. Yeah, the Perth people are like, this isn't hot. What do you mean? This is nothing. Oh, thanks, Lydia. Nice to see you.
Thanks, son. Hope you enjoyed it.
I love it.
You got a great practice. Are you a yoga teacher? No? No, you have a good
No.
practice.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder if she's a yoga teacher. Oh, I'll get out of the way. There you go. Oh, thank you. What are you doing for Christmas? You staycation? Yeah. Oh, that's good. My auntie and uncle have just bought a property in Tasmania. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I just excited for that. Just nature. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I've never been. I'm so excited.
I
Yeah.
go there when I can't go to New Zealand. It's the closest thing I can find.
And I really want to
Australia.
go to New Zealand as soon as my next holiday is probably New Zealand, I reckon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to get home for Christmas.
Yeah. Is
Well,
it
you
not
can
open?
get there, but it's still, I would have to quarantine for 2 weeks there.
Oh, going over.
Like going over.
Ah.
Yeah, the bubble's only one way. So
Oh no! Sorry, guys, get out of the way. Yeah, that's because hopefully next year. I think that'll probably be the first international travel that opens up. I
I'm
reckon.
hoping as long as we keep going the way we're going,
Yeah.
maybe by Easter.
Yeah.
we'll be able to-
God, I hope so. Hope everything. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What a crazy time.
5 places in quarantine.
No.
But it's fine. They're in quarantine.
Yeah. Don't know what I did with my mask. Oh, there it is. I'm like,
Thanks, Claire, for the $3.
I've enjoyed it. I still see you, darling. Good to see you guys. See you guys next week, maybe, hopefully, before the break. Oh, so it is, I have to check again. It's 3 o'clock, 3 till 6.
I fucking double booked myself.
No!
My housemates, were like, let's do a Christmas lunch.
Yeah.
How's this date? And I was like, well, I have no plans.
What time is it?
I don't even know. But
Come, because it's
I'll
later.
I'll try and make it.
Even if you're a bit
Yeah.
pissed, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
better.
Yeah, that'd be better. Please
Yeah.
come.
I'll
It's
see.
only a small group, so it's
Yeah.
literally like 10 of us. So it's going to be
Yeah.
nice. It'll be low key.
Try
and
to,
if-
but it's
yeah.
just because I've got to cook a roast. I don't know if we'll
Oh,
be able to
no.
be eating until then. But yeah, my
Oh.
housemate, when I realized my housemate had already booked off work.
Oh no, it's a difficult time of year. Look,
Yeah, totally.
we didn't do like a Christmas thing last year because it is
Yeah.
hard to organise. But it's a small group. It's going to be
Yeah.
so it's chill. If you can't make it, you can't make it. I need to send an email.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But
But we would like it if you made it, yeah. I'll just turn this off. Here's me talking away on my